It's Wednesday, Adams. I see you're trying to distract yourself from your own banal thoughts. Let me help. Here's a recording thing made of my latest root canal.
Wednesday, Season 2, begins August 6th, only on Netflix.
Una silla de masajes puede parecer extravagante. 8 configuraciones diferentes, intensidad ajustable, además es calefaccionado. Y se siente tan bien. Sí, una silla de masajes puede parecer extravagante. Y 2, bueno, aún más. Pero cuando esas sillas de masajes vienen con un auto, se vuelven bastante prácticas. El nuevo Volkswagen Tiguan 2025 con funciones premium como los asientos delanteros con masaje disponibles. Solo parece extravagante.
Welcome back to Connect with Jonathan Mark. This Amy Bradley case has been taken over my social media, my comments, my DMs, everything. Last week, Kay Casey and we spoke about what was discussed in a documentary and pretty much like surface level things. But this week coming up, we kind of get a little bit deeper with new findings, new things people are coming out with. I also just want to say quickly that my audio is going to sound a little off. This was an impromptu recording. We just immediately did it. And, I wanted to get it out for you guys. So I just hope you guys can bear with us. And also, Kaylin from Spotify, we see your comment. About 2 weeks ago, you left a comment about discussing the Amy Bradley case. Well, we see it, we hear it, everything, and we are discussing it into great detail. So guys, please don't forget to leave a 5-star review and a comment of cases or anything. We are looking. All right, let's jump right into it.
Amy Bradley has lived rent-free in my head for 2 decades? And I told you about it many years ago. And then I was elated when my friend who is a publicist at Netflix said, I've got a doc for you. And I wrote him back and I said, you have no idea. I know all about this case.
Yeah.
So I watched the 3-part series weeks before everybody else. And I kept telling everybody, you got to watch this. You got to watch this. I'm thrilled to tell you.
It's huge.
That it's such a big story that I think there is tremendous momentum for us to figure out what happened. And I am watching the numbers in this just one Facebook group, which is the search for Amy Bradley.
Yeah.
The numbers keep going up and up and up.
Yeah.
The Amy Bradley is Missing website has crashed many times because so many people are going to it.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm so happy about that. That's amazing.
You think about all of the people that are super sleuths, the way technology has advanced.
Yeah.
And so a lot of people have reached out to me to ask me about new clues that have come forward. So there are 2 things I wanted to bring to your attention.
Yeah.
One is there was a woman who, and I forward you to the picture.
Yeah.
Yana sent it to me, our friend Yana, and it's a picture of a woman who has lighter hair, older woman. There could be similarities to, her picture's sort of far away. So you could say that she looks a bit like Iva, who is Amy's mother. But there's video where a person took of this person from behind, and it looks like they have tattoos on the left shoulder and on one of the legs, just as we discussed in the episode that I did with you about Amy.
Yep.
The woman is kind of walking. She's heavier, much heavier set. To me, immediately, I wondered, she may look too old. Amy would be 50 years old. However, she's likely, if alive, had a very difficult, hard life.
Yeah.
Alcohol, drugs, trauma, grief.
Everything.
So that makes you speed up in time.
Yeah, you age.
Yes. So I think, so first question is, I believe that there's a possibility that she's still alive or she had been alive for a very long time. Do you still think that's true?
Yeah. Yeah. I still hold that very true. Either she's still here or she lived a pretty long life after, and then natural causes or something based on her maybe not taking care of her health. Because when I was tapping in, when we were doing it, it wasn't to Amy, it was to her family. So it wasn't even to Amy. So like when I'm tapping in and I kind of get a faint thing of her and then I have to go to my next resort, which is a family member of hers. Like I can't stick with her so much. And typically when someone comes in faintly like that, they're on the brink of death, kind of. It's kind of like they're
like fading in and out.
Yeah, it could be
weakened state.
Exactly. It's like they're either older and they're unhealthy and their body is just like not doing well, or that she recently just passed and she's getting acclimated to the other side. But I think I stick to what we just said.
Do you think she's in hiding?
So that's a good question. When I tapped in before and when I still kind of look at it now, I would pretty much say it's a yes and no thing. I think she wasn't so much in hiding until this documentary came out.
Okay.
I think from what I can see now, because they're putting news, like she's following like what's going on.
So she is live and then she would be following them.
Well, even before that.
You don't
even have to go so much now. It's more so like there's a website of her. There's like, people talk about her still. Like, so it's even before this really what I'm talking about. So if someone is paying attention to it, I'm sure that if she's still here, which it kind of seems like there's a potential of that, that she probably is, I would assume, in hiding, because it's like overwhelming. It's a lot. And it opens up a whole can of worms from there. I also believe like she may have kids potentially. Like that's maybe why she wants to.
That was a big question that a lot of people had is whether or not she had kids. And before we get to that, the picture that I showed you and the video, that was apparently taken in 2022, according to the Facebook group.
Yeah.
Do you think it's possible that may have been her or is that someone else?
I think it's possible. I mean, when I saw that picture, and you like sent it to me last night, or my first reaction before I actually really tapped in was like, there's no freaking way someone who's 50 looks like that.
Yeah.
This person looks 15 to 20 years older than 50. Like, but then I tap in and I'm like, well, if she abused drugs, like not her, but forced upon drugs, forced upon drinking, and put in like this kind of sex work life that's very draining and gross, you could age. And so I think there's a possibility it could be her.
Okay. This Facebook post I thought was very interesting. This person says, I'm a 45-year-old man. 21 years ago in 2004, I used to see Amy at a brothel in a townhouse in Irvine, California, which, by the way, is like 2 towns over from me.
I was about to say that's not too far from you.
Not far. I'm like, well, where do I go? He said there were 3 girls working in the upstairs room. There were 2 guys in the downstairs living area that seemed to be guarding them. One guy would always have a gun under his shirt. I answered Craigslist ad to see her. I remember she had a tat of a Tasmanian devil on her shoulder and frizzy black hair. 100% it was her. I only realized this when I saw the Netflix doc tonight. She told me she was trafficked, but lots of girls would say this to get more money.
Yeah.
Anyway, I saw her twice a week for almost 3 months, and then she disappeared. She seemed nice, but kind of nervous. Anyway, all of the escorts I saw in Southern California would have aggressive pimps, and they would all disappear after a few months. This girl had a Southern accent and was quite good looking. She told me she had 2 young kids in Barbados. She also had a couple of smaller tats on her ankle and one on her inner arm. She also told me in college she sold Oxy and Vicodin and other pills and made good money from this. We were becoming friends until the guys told me she left SoCal. She would go under the name of Emily, but told me her real name was Amy. She told me she was bi, not fully gay, but preferred girls. And there were all sorts of hard luck stories she told me, and I would always tip her about $100 to $200 extra. I paid $300 an hour to see her. She told me she was kidnapped once off of a cruise ship. She was deliberately left at port because she was selling pills on the ship. As the staff was buying off of her, it cut out the main crew dealer, Mr. Yellow, the guy in the band. He apparently sold her to human traffickers on the island. At the time, I just thought it was another story, but it may have been true. I'm so sorry I never knew who she really was. I hope she's still alive. P.S. A friend of mine is a frequent cruise goer. He frequents brothels in Aruba and the various islands in the cruise ship's dock at. He's also positive he has seen her as far back as 2002 at a brothel. He remembers the tat, and we remember the tat because we're both Australian, and the Tassie Devil is known by all Aussies. And then he says, PSS, if you look at the personal ads in Craigslist in 2004, there are different pics of Amy up on their website advertising her and the phone numbers at the time. And he gave the phone numbers that he had called at that time. His name is Rob Stephen Hatton.
On WhatsApp, no one can see or hear your personal messages. Whether it's a voice call, message, or sending a password. To WhatsApp, it's all just this. So whether you're sharing the streaming password in the family chat or trading those late-night voice messages that could basically become a podcast, your personal messages stay between you, your friends, and your family. No one else. Not even us. WhatsApp. Message privately with everyone.
So good, so good, so good.
Ready to rack to school and save big? Get to your Nordstrom Rack store today for thousands of deals from just $20.
Because I want to look fresh.
How did I not know Rack has Adidas?
I got a new backpack.
Score everyone's favorite denim, sneakers, boots, and activewear from Nike, Levi's, Steve Madden, Madewell, and Free People. Great brands, great prices. Everyone's got a reason to rack. Shop Nordstrom Rack and make it the best school year ever.
This episode is brought to you by the world's first reposado from Tequila Herradura. Made with slow-cooked, hand-harvested agave sealed into oak barrels and aged 11 months. Before being enjoyed in your glass. Experience the world's first reposado. Tequila Herradura. Please drink responsibly. Responsibility.org. Tequila Herradura. 40% alcohol by volume. Imported by Brown-Forman, Louisville, Kentucky. Herradura is a registered trademark. Copyright 2025 Brown-Forman Corporation.
So my only pause for concern, well, two of them, is that he is publicly declaring this, which to me would be unusual. And the part about her selling Oxy and Vicodin in college and then selling to people on the ship, do you see any veracity to that? And how would it be possible she would get to SoCal and move around the states, or do you see her just staying in the islands?
It's like interesting because I feel like sometimes people, because there's a famous or like a popular,
like glom onto
talk, they like try to piece things together that maybe wasn't that. And I'm not saying he's completely wrong. Like I just don't think, from what I see,
all of the details.
Yeah, I don't see everything, because there's like check X. So it's like showing to me like there's things that could be true and there's a lot of things that aren't. But do I think she can come to the United States? The possibility of that, like, yeah, because like if you think about it, back in 2002, it's not the same as it is in 2025 with like technology and IDing people when they come into the country. Yeah. It's way more laxed. It's way different. But the only thing I will say that it's hard for me to believe is after 9/11, they were very strict with any outsiders coming into the United States.
Yeah.
So she was coming from Barbados, Aruba. That's a different country. You need a passport.
It would have been between 1998 to 2001, before September 11th.
Oh, okay. So then there is a possibility then. Yeah.
No, I'm saying that what you are saying is that if it would have happened, it would have happened then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would have had to have been before.
How long can someone work in this sex space? Because I would think that at some point, if you're a woman who's been trafficked, that you have to kind of go in bed, so to speak, for lack of a better term, with the people that were your abusers. So I could see her maybe becoming a madam. Yeah,
it's a safer way. It's a safer life.
Yeah,
you're not trying to run away from it. You're still participating in it, but not in the same way that you used to. So yeah,
and like, what job is she going to get? Oh, I don't have a card. I don't pay any taxes. Like,
right. It's crazy because you were on this like case like for a very long time, because you sent me so many cases, and I don't even remember some of them, like a lot of them. And I just remember, like you were saying to me, you're like, I spoke about this years ago. And now I'm happy that it's finally getting justice like today. But you were ahead of it. Like you knew about it for a while. So,
well, I'm hoping that all of these clues, and I feel bad for the brother, Brad, because he has to sift through all of these new clues. And I'm hopeful for that family that they get some answers. But
yeah, me
back
too.
to the question of the kids.
Yep.
Do you think that she had kids? And some people have asked, if she has kids, is this the product of like a client, or could she have actually met someone?
It's probably a mixture of both. I don't think it's one or the other from what I can see. Seems like both.
Wow. Well, we're hoping that there are some answers. It's too hard for you to see what happens down the pipeline. You can just kind of tap in.
It's too difficult because there's too much free will. And especially with this, there's a lot of like twists and turns that will probably continue to unravel. But kind of to what you just said, like, I hope people know, like, sending a lot of tips, there's a good side and a bad side of it. Like, if you just have a conspiracy theory, I wouldn't necessarily send it.
Yeah. Save them time.
Yeah, because like law enforcement does go through all of them. And when I work on cases with them and people send like conspiracy theories, they get frustrated because it takes away from them investigating. Because then they're like reading this conspiracy theory. They're like, wait, what? Like, where's the facts to this? So I just encourage people that, like, when you absolutely like look into it, and you should, just send like pictures, facts, like anything that you can get, because it will help the brother out and law enforcement at the same time.
Okay, I'm going to leave you with that. Well, thank you as always.
No, thank you.
Kate, like always, thank you so much. You know, I love doing these with you because we really get into the weeds and you ask such great questions and we cover so much. So thank you. And guys, please do not forget, if you have any cases that you want me to talk about, or if you're affected by a case, really, you can email me at connectjonathanmark@gmail.com, or leave a 5-star review with a comment about a case or anything like that. We are looking. I will see you next week.